We are back on your favorite program, that is Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex. Gentlemen are seated, and as usual, just as we've been having some wonderful conversations on this platform, we are here to do it again. In the studio, Roland Amate is here from Shagzi, Shatter Movement Empire. Roland Report, both on YouTube and RolandReport.com. You have to be a part of the agenda and the movement. And at the extreme end, Intimdo Solomon can also be called Chemo from Intidosu Digital Solutions as the CEO and online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. When we come together, we provide the magic that you guys have been enjoying. Behind the scenes, let me say thanks to Bujulens as well as Theophilus Digos putting together the production so you guys can also enjoy the beautiful sceneries and sounds that you have been enjoying on this platform. Now, what are the issues running around today? The issues running around today, they are really interesting issues. They are really interesting issues. But one off the hook though. Let's discuss this. You have seen the video from Roro.
Yeah, Buddy Roro.
Buddy Roro after the what's her name? Lady Prempe's complaint. Yeah. And Buddy Roro is also giving us another angle of what really transpired. And because you are into event and you also know how these talents operate. Let's put the pieces together. That is the piece from Lady Prempe and the piece from Buddy Roro. I want us to do this off to just start the day.
Well, to me, when Lady Prempe, of course, when she came to tell her side of the story, you know, when anything happens and everybody used to give account, everybody would give a side that would definitely win them favors.
Okay.
So that's what Lady Prempe came to give. And even when we discussed it first, we talked about the fact that if indeed what she was saying was true, then the other team, which is Esther Smith and her team, needed to talk to them.
Okay.
But then looking at how Ruru has also come to tell their side of the story so far, I can see some form of connection there. And in fact, it even brings lots of questions from my end to Lady Prempe and her team as to, okay, now Ruru was alleging that Lady Prempe was about 3 hours late, which is why she missed her set. That is why she was not able to perform. But in Lady Prempe's presentation, she did not mention the fact that she was late. All she said was she was there. So I am also tempted to believe what Buddy Roro is saying because I have seen it before. I have experienced it before. Last year when I was producing Lexi, the comics took you to the campaign message at the National Theatre. I experienced one. One of the artists that was supposed to come was late, missed his set, and that the backstage and it happens. So on that score, I am tempted to believe what Ruru was saying. And you see, the way Lady Prempe also came to present her case, like I said, it brought about so many questions. Did you guys also reach out to them? What was the conversation that took place even after the show was done? Somebody would say, okay, because she was also seeing herself as a top dog, her ego also came to play to say, then me too, I'll not talk to you, I'll not reach out to you. But if you have the time to come out and complain, then you should be able to have the time. Call them and tell them your mind. And according to Ruru again, they spoke. Even after the show, they had a conversation.
Okay.
And Ruru also said that they had a conversation with Lady Prempe's team. And according to Ruru, they are rather looking for clouds. They are rather chasing clouds because Dave Joy, who happens to be the manager of Lady Prempe, was saying that they should go and solve the issue on radio.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself, how do you solve this on radio?
No. What Dave Joy was rather telling Roro is that let's make it a media issue. Let Lady Prempe put out a statement or a video that will generate conversations.
Then you should also
come.
And what will be the end game? You see,
to Lady Prempe's side, they wanted it to just tap into the hype of the Esther Smith show. Despite the fact that they did not perform, they still wanted to tap into that particular hype. Exactly how they wanted it.
It is unfortunate for me. It is unfortunate. I would rather prefer Lady Prempe come out, even though she did not perform, big her sister up, and even challenge her to do other regions as well. That will bring more talkability. Pinpoint the people that performed good on the night. If you really want to create controversy, that will benefit you and the team as well. This is where I would have taken it from.
Okay.
Select, so on the night there were so many people that performed. Okay. Select just about 3 people and say, on the night, these were my top performers. And I want us to go and do it at this particular region. And please, when you are going, take these people along, because on the night, even though I did not perform, on that score, you make reference to the fact that you did not perform. You indirectly, you present your case. Even though I was billed and I was not able to perform, this time, these are the people I want to perform with. Let the others that you did not pick them or you did not mention them come and respond. With that, you open the conversation so wide and it comes back. So people who even were not at the auditorium will now be waiting for the videos, or will now be going to look for the videos of the event to watch. And who would it benefit? It will benefit you. It will benefit your sister as well. But if you want to come and create this as if there was, you see, the way she presented her case, it was as if there was an agenda against her. Which is why anybody that hears her side of the story may not feel cool about Esther Smith and her team. Anybody that hears her side of the story, the way she presented it as if there was an agenda against her. And we all know that, yes, there are rumors of sabotage, backbiting, ampemiye, hovering around the gospel fraternity. So the moment somebody comes from that tangent, it is very easy for somebody to be have confirmation bias, optimism bias, and say, oh, Edochie. And maybe I've seen it before. Oh, we hear them every day, and the person might just judge wrongly or maybe be misinformed. It is, to me, it is very unfortunate if that is even, because for the manager for the engineer to come and say, let's make it a media thing and go and solve it
on radio.
Charlie, how would that benefit anybody?
No, to them it will benefit them, because according to what we all know, Lady Pepper has not been active like that in the gospel scene. She's been away.
Roro said it.
No, it is a fact. She has been away for a long time. So if there is an opportunity for her to come back in the spotlight, being talked about, hey, it is a win for them. If you don't see as a win for yourself today, it is a win for them.
It is the win here. You win, but does your brand really need that kind of win? How do you sustain this kind of win? What would be the end game? What would be the end result? If it is about you releasing a song, therefore you want talkability, would this particular talkability be linked with the product that you want to sell? No. How would that benefit me? You see, when somebody wants to create a hype, I don't look at the immediate thing. I look at the after effects, because hype can just be killed in just an hour. Go on X and see. Your matter can come the next hour when somebody's scandals hit. That's all. You are done. We see the media will stop talking about you. And that's it. So me, I didn't feel cool, or I don't feel cool about how Lady Prempe and her team approached it. And whichever ways, I think Esther Smith and her team, if indeed that is what they feel, aside Roro coming to speak, I believe they should issue a statement. If they would, or if they want to, they can equally issue a statement and also refrain or just cancel themselves from all the allegations that Lady Prempe and her team have said. Because yes, Roro is part of the team. He's spoken.
Yes.
But can we take it as an official that can also be debated to some extent? So if they really have a position on this and it is as Roro has presented, then they can equally issue a statement and just dissociate themselves from all these allegations.
All right, thank you so much, Roland Amate. I know these are videos that should be shown to our people, so to those who have not seen it, our editor will do well to share it with you. But then the summary is what Roland has given to us in his submission, that Roro has responded to Lady Prempe's, whose topic we discussed here. Lady Prempe was talking about disrespect and the fact that she was rejected, but now Counter reaction tells us that she came about 3 hours late, and after his manager or her manager wants us to even make the thing some hype. And Roro and his team are also saying no hype, no hype. Let's pay attention to the job. No hype. We don't daily hype.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Baby, I'll share me free beer. Your friend me Roro Buddy, and our buddy Roro, music producer, sound engineer, a brother, and then also a management member for Esther Smith, the team. No, I'm say video be circulating about Lady Prempe. I will say a snowbone or Esther concert. Na say initially, no, we didn't want to like talk about this thing, but I'm say video no circulating. A lot of people are calling pennyphobia break. And you know, I decided say I would just share our part nanko for what really happened. Yeah, and video I mean, this is what Lady Prempe wanted to happen. Yeah, the trends. She knows when your response from us, you know, she's been long for a while now, and she has some projects coming out into, you know, maybe this is what, because we had a meeting with her. Yeah, we spoke on phone with her and the manager, Dave Joy. So Lady Prempe came for dress rehearsal on the day of the concert. You know. Now this is what happened. Men Kasabi bring Kwechi. We had a time slot for every artist because now artists never show no so dozen. Inti Kumasi show ni yampontem and Kofobi be complaining about the time. So we decided say you better try any appointment. Me personally, me send you will be a time slot, man. And Lady Prempe was to perform around, I think, so from 6:37. No, that slot, no, and 3 categories.
Chabu, I'm sure you can come through with a little event.
Yeah, but I'm a bit surprised that Lady Prempe and her team wants to go this direction. I don't see the benefit that they will get from it.
Okay.
If what Roro is saying is also true, or is that's their side of the story, I think it will be best for them to put it on paper, give a release, and they should not comment about it again. Because even
as in Roro's
side, team,
okay,
the Esther Smith and her team,
the organizing committee,
the organizing people, they should just come out with a release, state their side of the story, and don't comment again. Don't give any attention, especially when you know what Lady Prempe and her team wants to do. This is what they want. In fact, up till now, they are getting what they want. They want us to talk about it.
True.
And just that it's not in a good taste. I mean, as even if you think about the fact that she's a gospel musician and in some way she's doing propaganda or lying to some extent. If you were late and it's not even 30 minutes late or 1 hour late, 3 hours late, what again do you want?
Yeah.
And again, she presented it such that it's like some people were against her. They didn't want her
to perform,
even come there.
Yeah. It's just like that, though.
Yes. And so if you create such an impression and it's not really accurate or it's not really the case,
the situation,
it won't even benefit you. You want us to talk about you, but we will see you some way. Because if you're a gospel musician and you are lying to have your way, I mean, what kind of gospel are you doing there? So for me, I think the Lady Prempe's team should think about this again. I mean, this is not a good thing for a gospel musician, in quote. I mean, a gospel musician behaving like this is some way. So me, I will advise them not to go this tangent. There are better ways to promote your destiny. Like they can even take Roland's advice. You rather comment on the show, what happened on the day, and then people may pick it up, whether in positive sense or negative sense, or it can generate some form of debate. Because it's subjective. If you say that this person did better than that person, it's subjective. You are sharing your opinion. People may not agree with you, and then it can generate the conversation that you want. But to lie your way as a gospel musician just for people to talk about you. I don't think it's a good strategy. They should come up, they should come again and use a better way to promote her. This approach for me is not good.
Thank you so much, Team Dodo Solomon, and I want to believe you're also following. What do you have to say about this? This is still Showbiz Daily, and we will jump into our next story. And our next story today, when you go online, it is one of the most circulated or most discussed content, where a young student, a teenager, seems to be, if I say looking down, I'm sure to be a very tough, harsh word, because that's what I wanted to say, but I'm not sure it will sound politically right. Well, but she seems not to be enthused about the National Science and Maths quiz. All because, according to her, her school is the best to her, and the rest, they are just doing show. She thinks the National Science and Maths quiz is a show. It is not really a serious academic platform. When you go online, many are applauding the lady. In fact, I've seen some prominent people, Wadimaya, Kobiche, and Co. Everybody's going like, hey, 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 hey. Everybody is full of praises for the lady. What did she exactly say? Maybe you've not seen it. Let's go watch it. After that, I'll come back in the studio. You have a discussion on this. I'll be right back.
This is the last classroom I used before I left the school. Form 3 at 1.
But now it's the agric blog, so it's an agric class.
I tell people that I am a student of in Science Senior High School. They say, what school is that? It's not popular. We've not seen it in Science and Math quiz. Why?
You're talking about Science and Math quiz. Gosh, let me ask you a question.
Tell me why. Don't ask me.
You see, the Science and Math quiz is a show.
It's a what?
It's a show. But then this school, my school, it is not for show. I'm surprised you of all people you're asking me such a question. As a noble of this institution, you should know that the main objective or the main aim of this school is to produce nobles to correct the mistakes that those Science and Math quiz people are doing.
Hey!
This school is not meant for show, Charlie. I'm serious. It's not meant for show.
To correct what?
The mistakes.
That's what are doing.
That those Science and Math quiz, the people, they are doing, the harm they are creating to the country.
The schools.
Yeah.
They are creating science, harm with Science and Math. Why do you say that?
Let me explain so that you understand. You see, in such schools, they have students that are biologically good. In terms of academics, they are biologically endowed with the knowledge. It's their field.
Those people that go for the Science and Math.
Yes, it's not like the teachers that make them. They are bringing the mind. They are like, it's in their blood. It's in their genes. So it's not somebody that forces them to do it, but then it's with them. They are born with it.
No, but so why don't you have?
No. They won't come to this school because in this very country we have institutions that were built by colonial minds that have all the required facilities
What
for learning. Institutions like Presec, Prempeh, those big institutions, those big names. But then, if
they were built by colonial minds,
yes,
as in what?
You see, they were not built by a black man who will not sow a seed that he will not live to reap. The black man will never waste his time on a project that he will not gain benefits from.
How do you prove that?
You see, look at those new institutions that are being established. Take a good look.
They are not.
You wait and compare them to those colonial schools. You see a vast difference. The school has been built all right, but look at the infrastructure.
All right, so that was the presentation of the lady in an interview with a brand called Edochie. They were talking about academic education, and that was the lady's perspective. And she seems to have caught the attention of everybody. Everybody is wow. I don't know whether it's because of her diction, her presentation, her looks or something. People are just crazy about. But what did she say? Is she really making sense? Jamo, take it up.
Yeah, I've watched it, and I was impressed about her confidence and her eloquence, the way that she's trying to push whatever that she thinks, and she was so bold to say it as
the way she wanted to say it.
Yes, and I think it's impressive. I appreciate people like that, especially a young lady coming up and she can talk like that. It's nice. But to the main topic or the issue on board, I think she's totally wrong. Like she's 100% wrong.
The main topic.
The main issue that she was talking about. She's wrong.
Give him the camera because I want this tape.
She's wrong in all angles. But the thing is, this is
why is she wrong? Everybody watching would ask.
In fact, that's what I'm about to say.
Okay, good.
There are empirical evidence. So we won't go far, and this will not be a subjective thing. This is what I think. So no, there are evidence to show that she's wrong, and this is what I'm about to say. First of all, she says something like those in such schools or the people in such schools were biologically academic good.
Okay.
That's not entirely true. It's not true that those in that school are biologically wired to have such intelligence so that they can compete. That's not true. In fact, when you talk about that, then the debate that has been there for a very long time, the intelligence debate is what she is trying to say. Like sometimes they say that some people were born with intelligence more than the others, and there are others also saying that it is not true. And why it is not true is that there are people coming from relatively not so good background. They get to different environment and things change.
The environment changes them or shapes them.
Yes, exactly. So the main factor that I will agree with her will be the environment. But the way she was talking, it's like environment plays no role. That's why she's wrong. So those who were in such schools, they are in good environment. That foster or that boost whatever ability or potential that they have. So you can't say that if, let's say, she said that if the teachers were the factors or the reason
the students are good.
Yes.
Then why did they share only those teachers for such schools?
Yes.
Why are those teachers not coming to polish every other student in the rest of the schools?
That one too is wrong because good teachers are always in good schools. Good teachers don't go to bad schools.
Oh, wait. So you mean we, those of us who went to Abuabone Secondary School, our teachers were bad?
Yes, you didn't get the best teachers there is. Me, I went.
Oh, Abuabone Secondary School, Mohammed.
I went to Abroma Arusi. Abroma Arusi. From Abroma Arusi, I went to Jabin Senior High. Guess what? I didn't go to Jabin Senior High with the best grades. Like I wasn't the best student in my class when we went there based on grades. But at the end of exams, I was topping the class. It should tell you something. You see, the environment, why I didn't get a good grade in that school was the fact that maybe my teachers were not up to task. So it will reflect in my grades. Then I went to a school that the teachers at the point with those people, we were having the same teachers. At that time, now I am topping them. Even though they came with better grades than me. What has changed?
The environment has changed
exactly.
Them, and you to yours has shaped
now
you.
We are in the same environment. That's why I'm now better than them, or I am performing better than them.
You are competing better than them.
Yes, exactly. So environment plays a big role. So if you are in schools that all the best teachers are there, in fact, all the teachers in school like Opokwari, Prempe Presec, they are the examiners, chief examiners of the exams that they all do. Meanwhile, the teacher at her school or other school, one that we can't even mention names, they are not examiners. In fact, some of them, they will just come out of university or training college or wherever, and then they push them there. And then with time, they get better. They get better. When they get to a point that they think that they are good teachers, then they transfer them to Presec, OWAS, and other schools. So the difference is about the teachers and the environment. Again, the school that I went to, if you learn so much, or if you are always having a book in front of you, they will ridicule you or they will laugh at you. Why are you learning so much? And then now they that was the word that they use. And then other who's there as I could Bonsam Ketremasu. Like all the ridiculous words that would discourage you from learning. It is there. But when you go to the other schools, OWAS, Prempe, Presec, and others, if you are not learning, they will ridicule you. Everybody is learning. To what we say only off. Yes, we had friends there, and they will tell you that everybody is learning. So if you are not learning, you don't feel okay. But in our case, it was opposite.
Yeah. Well, we should now.
Yes, exactly. So environment is everything, and yes, some people will be at a disadvantage because best students will go to such schools there. Those who are running the NSMQ and the best teachers will also be in that school. So obviously they will be better than those at other places. We will have 1 or 2 people at those places who will pass through whatever hardship, but they can also end up like those in the good schools. It happens, but not often. That's the only difference there. So she can also come out and say it like if it were the teachers, then those teachers can go to such schools and also make a difference. Yes, those teachers, when they go to such schools, they will make a difference. But the thing is, the environment is so bad that even good teachers at such an environment will start behaving badly. Because no supervision, they will not get any motivation to do more and other stuff. The factors are so much that you can't just use one factor to judge this. It's multivariance. Like you can't look at 1, the environment, 2, the teachers there is also a factor, 3, even the resources available. In my schools, when we are doing experiment, it's 2-5 people on a table. But go to Presec and OWAS. Each student they have one distance. So if you are a teacher in such schools, can't you see there will be different? In fact, if you are a teacher in a good school, there are in fact there's a you have motivation to learn because some students have so much information that if you don't take care, they will make you look bad. So you have that motivation to even learn. But if you are in schools that, first of all, like she said, you are selecting all the bad students, at the Omako side schools. And now you teacher, you have no motivation to learn. And the same thing will happen. I will end by saying that my own cousin started teaching in a secondary school in a relatively low schools or a village school. Then he won a competition as the best teacher in Africa. Guess what? The one who came for my wedding. The one who came for my wedding. Yeah, I remember. Guess where he is teaching now? OWAS.
They moved him from there.
Quick. After winning best teacher in Africa. He's not chemistry, Yes. He's not teaching in one of the best schools in Ghana. He will not be. They will not even allow him to teach there again because all the people who the decision makers, their children are at OWAS, at Presec, at Prempe, at Reggae and others. So they will find the best teachers to go there. So to assume that all teachers are even equal is wrong. So no matter the angle that you take, her assumptions were wrong, but I like her confidence in speaking, and that's the only positive from what she did. I think with time she may change her mind, and there are empirical evidence to it too. And that's a kind of and again, it's not only in Ghana that we have such segregation or such hierarchies. All over the world. even in America, you can mention the best schools in America. When you go to America, they will tell you that if you want your kids to get good education, there are certain areas that you have to live.
Yeah.
It's there. So why is she trying to make it look like it's only in Ghana and it's all over the world? Wherever that you go, the exposure that your kids will get will depend on the parents and the opportunities available
Around
to
you.
the kids.
Yeah.
So the kids developing intelligence and competing in MNS, National Science and Maths quiz, it's not mere coincidence or the fact that the kids are biologically wired to have such brains. No, they have been trained by the best to just increase or to push their potential to the maximum. So if you are a good student, if you are biologically wired to even have such a potential and you go to those schools, you will not even notice that you are a good student.
Yeah.
Because you are not in a good environment. You are not in an environment that encourage you to even learn. But the opposite is true. Those in that environment, so what now? You are the odd one out. So environment is the main thing, and again, teachers and resources is another factor. So she has no case, just that I love her confidence. That's all.
Well, I don't know why Chemo decided to bust the bubbles of this young lady who is enjoying all the attention and fame online. So Chemo is seeing something different. I don't know why the rest are not seeing it well. Different strokes for different folks, like they say. But let me go ahead to listen to Roland as well, whether he's also wowed by the presentation of this young lady and the fact that social media today is hailing and celebrating her for her intelligence. Ro, what do you also see after watching the video?
In fact, her presentation, her confidence, and the way she presented her case is what actually caught my attention, or is one of the things that I really admired about her. After watching the video, my first reaction is, this is an upcoming politician. This is an upcoming freedom fighter. Yes. Social justice warriors. Thank you. This is one of them. You see, there are certain things there are certain facts that they may use to serve their propaganda or agenda. After watching major video, now one thing I was asking myself, the crack saying, what is the end game? And the end game was, she was just driving a propaganda or an agenda and doing adverts for her school. Simple.
Okay.
Simple. Why should we come to your school? Oh, yes, my school may not be in the National Science and Maths quiz. One, because that place, the schools that go there, that particular institution, is for show. And here, the use of show means it is not something that we should be so enthused about.
Yeah.
But if you want something that you should actually be enthused about and be eager to get, come to my school. We may not be there, and here she used certain facts to back her agenda. The agenda is bogus. If you ask me, that agenda is bogus. But she was able to use the right fact to back her bogus agenda. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Some of the facts that she raised was the fact that, okay, some people pay their way into these top schools, or these schools that we call them top. Is it true that they are top schools? She also agrees with me that yes, they are top schools. So if they are top, then hers is down. Now that is one of the facts that she used.
Okay.
That people pay their way. And we know, yes, some people pay their way. The second one has to do with there are hierarchies in terms of even everything, not only education. And in that sense, okay, that's another one. The third one is some people are biologically wired to have good IQ or higher IQ.
Intelligence.
That one too is true.
Yeah.
That one too, it is true. So in that sense, I am
but,
sure.
But if you think you are biologically wired to be intelligent and you come up and you don't feed that space.
Competition as the best teacher in Africa.
Oh,
guess what? The one who came for my wedding.
Yeah.
Guess why he's teaching now? What?
They moved him from there.
Quick!
Oh, yeah,
after winning best teacher in Africa, he's not teaching. Yes, he's not teaching in one of the best schools in Ghana. He will not be. They will not even allow him to teach there again because all the people who the decision makers, their children are at OWAS, at Presec, at Prempe, at Reggae and others. So they will find the best teachers to go there. So to assume that all teachers are even equal is wrong. So no matter the angle that you take, her assumptions were wrong, but I like her confidence in speaking, and that's the only positive from what she did. I think with time she may change her mind, and there are empirical evidence to it too. And that's a kind of keke. And again, it's not only in Ghana that we have such segregation or such hierarchies. All over the world, even in America, we can mention the best schools in America. When you go to America, they will tell you that if you want your kids to get good education, there are certain areas that you have to live. It's there. So why is she trying to make it look like it's only in Ghana? And it's all over the world. Wherever that you go, the exposure that your kids will get will depend on the parents and the opportunities available to the kids. So the kids developing intelligence and competing in MNS, National Science and Maths quiz, it's not mere coincidence or the fact that the kids are biologically wired to have such brains. No, they have been trained by the best to just increase or to push their potential to the maximum. So if you are a good student, if you are biologically wired to even have such a potential, and you go to those schools, we will not even notice that you are a good student. Because you are not in a good environment. You are not in an environment that encourage you to even learn. But the opposite is true. Those in that environment say, "What now? Obviously, you are the odd one out." So environment is the main thing, and again, teachers and resources is another factor. So she has no case, just that I love her confidence. That's all.
Well, I don't know why Chemo decided to bust the bubbles of this young lady who is enjoying all the attention and fame online. So Chemo is seeing something different. I don't know why the rest are not seeing it well. Different strokes for different folks, like they say. But let me go ahead to listen to Roland as well, whether he's also wowed by the presentation of this young lady and the fact that social media today is hailing and celebrating her for her intelligence. Ro, what do you also see after watching the video?
In fact, her presentation, her confidence, and the way she presented her case is what actually caught my attention, or is one of the things that I really admired about her. After watching the video, my first reaction is, this is an upcoming politician. This is an upcoming freedom fighter. Yes. Social justice warriors. Thank you. This is one of them. You see, there are certain things there are certain facts that they may use to serve their propaganda or agenda. After watching major video, now one thing that I was asking myself, the crack saying, what is the end game? And the end game was, she was just driving a propaganda or an agenda and doing adverts for her school. Simple. Simple. Why should we come to your school? Oh, yes, my school may not be in the National Science and Maths quiz. One, because that place, the schools that go there, that particular institution, is for show. And here, the use of show means it is not something that we should be so enthused about. But if you want something that you should actually be enthused about and be eager to get, come to my school. We may not be there, and here she used certain facts to back her agenda. The agenda is bogus. If you ask me, that agenda is bogus. But she was able to use the right fact to back her bogus agenda. That's what I mean. Some of the facts that she raised was the fact that, okay, some people pay their way into these top schools, or these schools that we call them top. is it true that they are top schools? She also agrees with me that yes, they are top schools. So if they are top, then hers is down. Now that is one of the facts that she used. That people pay their way, and we know yes, some people pay their way. The second one has to do with there are hierarchies in terms of even everything, not only education. And in that sense, okay, that's another one. The third one is some people are biologically wired to have good IQ or higher IQ.
Intelligence.
That one too is true.
Yeah.
That one too, it is true. So in that sense, I am sure.
But if you think you are biologically wired to be intelligent and you come up and you don't feed that space with things that will give you intelligence, you will not be. You will not be.
Biologically have the potential.
Yes. But how to feed it with things that will give you intelligence. Yeah.
So she also said that the people that are going to those top schools, they are top schools because they were built by colonial masters. And those colonial masters see into the future. Therefore, when they are building, they build something that can last for a long time or that can serve a better purpose for a long time. But the new crop of schools are the ones that are actually lower than the ones that were built by colonial masters. So she agreed that those schools are top. But again, in order for her agenda to be served, she is also saying that it is because the new crops, like the one that she's in now, were built by greedy politicians that we have now. That is why they are low. That is why they bring all the damn quote and unquote damn teachers to their schools. It is because of that reason. That is why they may not perform like the Prempers and the other schools. So the final blow, the Okaya, eku me cry, mami ye we the advert here. So come to my school. In fact, they are changing the name of her school to one of the topmost leaders of the nation. That is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And I'm asking myself, so if you want to change the name from whichever name that it is to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's own, which politicians are still going to manage the schools? Is it not the same corrupt politicians?
The same administrators.
As you call them.
Yeah.
So what will change? Nothing. It is just the name of the school that you are changing. The modus operandi, the operations of the school remains the same. The people that are running will still do it. See, life has never been balanced. The Bible says the poor will continue to be with us. And the earlier you accept it, the better. Once someone told me that if you really want to succeed, aside yourself, the next thing that you should check is your environment. And I know, even given the chance, hey, if we are to take her back to the time she was even choosing schools, like when she wanted to go to the SHS, I bet you the school that she's in now was not her first choice. Why would that be?
That was an accident school.
If indeed she classified those top schools as your friend said, show schools, schools that the people pay to attend, schools that the people that are there are especially handpicked. As intelligent as she is, and I know she's vying to tell people that they should come to their school. There they don't do show. There they are intelligent. See, they are able to train. They have time to train everybody. And you see, the interesting thing is when you go to a class, all of them don't have the same IQ.
Of course. Of course, it's not possible.
Even the high schools that she's even referring to, the top schools that she's referring to, the people that are even selected for the National Science and Maths quiz, it is not the whole school. In fact, when you go, there are people that are specially groomed for that particular purpose. It is a whole competition on its own. Even in those schools, it is a whole competition on its own. So yes, I know. See, one thing that I admired is the way she was able to deliver her point.
Yeah.
And you see that thing, a political talk. Some of the people that are very good in doing those things are political leaders and freedom fighters, social activists. They are able to pick points or facts that are there, but because they want to serve a certain agenda, they can use those facts.
They'll twist it.
to make it look as if say, oh, this is the right thing. But I'm asking myself, my little sister, if you are even given the chance to choose schools, would you still choose the school that you are in? We all know it is not true.
So she should go and also pay her way.
Exactly. In fact, the impulse of whatever she's saying has to me. I would want to pick it from a different angle. The people that are giving her fans, oh, now yes, I know she said, or she's been able to present whatever they probably are thinking. Like they or waiting me project, waiting me because so many of them cannot say these things loud.
Yeah.
So many of them cannot say it.
Yeah.
And does that make that assertion true? No. Because if you do to such situation, adi awo kase o, prempemo one you the good teachers go on. You know they send the good teachers there. That is why when you are given the chance to choose, you yourself, you will choose there.
But they cannot also take everybody.
It is in your what's the when you are born and cheer? And all send hobo. It is that same situation. Because do you think that if this girl were to go to Owas near one now, I come back as I say no can. And will she call those institutions as show institutions? No, she wouldn't. In fact, if somebody even comes out to allege that some people in her own school even pay to be part of those schools, she would debunk it. Even where she is now, that she is saying is the topmost, is the best in the crowd. So be back be alleged because you are saying that place is good, and in fact, we also know that place is good. Therefore, some people even pay their way to come to your school. Cecilia, as I speak to you, she will say it is not true. You understand? So me, I like the way she was able to drive it, and as it stands, because of how she's blown. Now she's blown on social media.
Hard.
Chemo was saying maybe
everywhere.
Chemo was saying as time goes on, maybe with certain information, she is going to change her mind. She's not going to change her mind.
She's going to be like this.
Yes. In fact, this is an upcoming politician, social justice warrior. And in that sense, now, look at the people that are actually looking, oh, I want to meet her. Oh, I want to talk to her. I want to do this. I want to check the caliber of people who so she is now going to get a higher orientation of what she's actually starting, and that's this girl is a huge tool in the hands of these social justice warriors. And me, I pray that as much as they would want to use her as a tool to serve a certain agenda, I pray the a larger umbrella should rather benefit society more, because if she gets into the hands of somebody who wants to serve a bad propaganda, because
they'll just be feeding her.
Yes, with the information, no, facts, the farm
Oh my word, my people are bad. My people are really bad. They don't want the lady to enjoy the sudden fame that she's enjoying. I'm sure by this time, her parents will be so full of pride. Like, hey, Munkoshe Bano. Wa breaky, I call internet, and so I say, baby, and I chemo Musako for pin. And I'm on the social levels. Well, I know many people are looking for her, and Ashman also posted that the media people should not look for her right now. They will corrupt her. Because when I saw Kobiche, I want to sit down with her. I want to have a conversation. Wadimaya, same way. Somebody should look for her for me. No, Ashman comes to throw punch.
The media should not do it.
They should not allow her access to the media.
This is actually what the media is looking for. And in fact, in her presentation, she also wants the media's attention. That's why she did that.
But unfortunately, if she gets one platform and the platform is bigger than her, you're demystified. No?
That is the risk. No, but you see, at the end of the day, if she's also able to up her game with that opportunity, will blow. It's just like Black Sheriff.
Get mentor.
Yes.
And they will even feed her more.
With more information.
Money.
Say, as I said, Black Sheriff.
When
When Black
she may even be
Sheriff.
transferred to the schools that she's demonizing.
Yeah.
When Black Sheriff.
I know this true. I don't know. I just don't know about the
Free Abraham. You see, even with her, now even if she's to get mentors now, she will not get mere mentors. Look at the people that are actually looking for her.
Yeah.
Top people are the ones that are looking for. I don't know. Say, oh, we've spotted you. You are good. Now let's enter the school and search other people and rather amplify them because who they will blow that. No, but they will come for her. Take her out of that environment. Set her to a higher environment and feed her more. But some media, it is a huge risk. If she gets a huge media platform and she is able to do twice of what she did, that's her breakthrough. But say when to me, and I bet Black Sheriff there. The last time Black Sheriff got
when you guys have shown all the loopholes in her presentation.
She shouldn't meet people like us.
You guys have shown the loopholes in her presentation.
I trust if she gets that opportunity, she will also prepare. I trust she will also prepare because of the caliber of people who are looking for her or who wants to find her. I believe they will also, orient her in a certain light for her to also know the dangers of where she is going. Oh, media platform when from one they go interview where you remember see. So when you also go, be prepared like this, and she will be able to kill it.
Well, interesting times indeed. Let's look at the very last story for today, then we can run away. As a matter of fact, today we'll be going to experience the launch of Ghana Music Awards UK. Alodia and his people, they are launching today for the 2024 edition, which is scheduled for I think about 15th October or so in London, and it is going to be a great evening. Who is going to be nominated in what category is what we'll be finding out later in the day. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, there are some people who have already started showing displeasure to a statement made by veteran actor Edochie some years ago. In fact, this is not like a yesterday kind of video. This video has been around, and because in Ghana, the people know the Ghana-Nigeria story and they believe that that story needs to be retold. When they came across this video, come see. People are jubilating you. The facts are the pink sheet, the facts are out. And Ghanaian media people, especially those in the entertainment space, I see them posting this video left, right, and center because they think that, hey, Peter Edochie has spoken. He has really given the right information that some people have decided not to pay attention to. He was talking about Highlife music. And the fact that Highlife music, nobody should talk about Highlife music in Africa without mentioning Ghana, not even Nigeria. Because to him, the root of Highlife music is Ghana. This video is really causing a stir among some proponents of the Nigerian culture. What are we talking about? Let's watch this video briefly. When I come back, we will continue with the talking.
Listen, I am going to talk about the glory that was Ghana, that is Ghana, that will continue to be Ghana. Because of the impact of culture on the minds of people, Ghana registered an indelible impression on the minds of the entire African people on the continent. First of all, let's talk about Ghanaian music. There was a guy called E.T. Mensah. He began it all. He gave us Day by Day, and then Africa, the home of freedom. Ghana, the land of freedom. Then after E.T. Mensah, we have the Black Beats of Ghana, led by King Bruce. We have the Broadway Dance Band with Joss Akins. We had the Ramblers Dance Band with Jerry Hansen. We have the African Brothers with Ampadu. Then, of course, came the Guitar Band series, C.K. Man, E.K. Nyame, there were so many of them. And all this music originated from Ghana. Why? In Nigeria, the popular genre in music is Highlife. Where did Highlife come from? Ghana. This is where it originated. And this is why, whenever you play Highlife, you cannot forget to mention that this is the home of Highlife.
Well, that was Pet Edochie. And already, Roland has given it to them on his channel, Roland Report. First, what has been the response so far when the story went out to them?
They said the Ghanaians have given him land. So he's giving Ghanaians fans.
Ghanaians have given Peter Edochie land.
Yeah.
So he's giving fans. Oh, so they want to say we bribed him to say what he's saying.
Exactly.
Wow.
But you see, what he's saying, I don't know who would want to come and challenge, and with what materials would the person come with. That's the question I'm asking myself.
Okay.
If you want to come and challenge or debunk whatever he's saying, unless you come with the rough tactics of insults and just come and say with your mouth, oh, he's not saying anything, and that's all. For that is not a response to me, because whatever he said, as far as even though he is a movie person and not a true and true music person, the kind of detail and information that he delivered to buttress whatever point he wanted to make, it will take an ardent follower of music. Even if you are not a true and true music person, it will take an ardent follower and somebody who has experienced it. Not heard it, not know it, not been told, not read it. Somebody who has experienced it for you to tell such a story in such detail.
Yeah.
Look at the people that he mentioned. I doubt even in our current generation, some people who were even present or who are even ardent followers of our music industry would even on top of head remember such names. Or remember such times that those music genre was or that music genre was making waves as at that time, and the kind of effect it was having not only in Nigeria but even on the African continent at large. When we say some of these things, sometimes people think that, oh, you are young and you did not experience it. Do you know what? Sometimes they would want to use the current crop of success to say that that is why maybe you are wrong. But if we are to use that, then we may not be fair to the people who actually paved way for the current crop of success that we are experiencing. And that is what Peter Edochie, the import of what he was saying is this, that now you may see the likes of Burna Boy, you may see the likes of Wizkid, Rema, Shake, whichever, Sarkodie, Shatawale and the likes making waves on the African continent. It all started from an evolution, and that evolution is the effect that came from Ghana. And that effect is Highlife. Whichever revolution that you probably is seeing now is a push. That is not to say that before Highlife, everybody was just there not listening to music.
Or not doing anything.
Not doing anything. There were sounds. There were things that people were enjoying. But the amplification of it, or that huge bang, that huge motivation that came for you to know that, no, we need to get out of our asses and do it big, is the Highlife. It is just like when JW Ambule started rap. Yes, people were hearing bits and pieces of it. But the amplification was hip life here in Ghana.
True.
And that was a revolution. And that is what Peter Edochie is talking about. Yes, we in Nigeria, they still have so many sounds. But Peter is saying that one of the top sounds, as far as Nigerian sounds are concerned, is the Highlife sound. And that's Highlife. Even if there are similar sounds of Highlife here in Ghana, in Nigeria, they still saw the Highlife name as marketable, as one that will transport or that will amplify their local sound to the international market. That is why they picked it. See, Afrobeat, that they are calling Afrobeat. We have similar sounds here in Ghana. In fact, it is even an adopted sound from Ghana. But then we are choosing the name Afrobeat even over our Highlife because now that is what we use to sell that particular sound. It is the same thing. So just like we are adopting the name Afrobeat even onto some of our sounds that may not even be true and true Afrobeat, it is the same way they also adopted a Highlife, even fused it into some of their sounds because they wanted to sell.
Yeah.
And where is the lie? Where is the crime? If we are able to admit currently that yes, you guys are the top champions of Afrobeat, and that is why we even use the name or even have the pride to say, okay, these are Afrobeat artists coming from Ghana. Where is the shame for you to also acknowledge that, oh, yes, Fela Kuti and the Fela Kuti and the likes all were big because they were championing certain sounds from as Highlife, and those sounds or the name Highlife even originated from Ghana, and that inspiration is coming from this side. What will you die? You will not die.
You will die.
As Peter said, did he die? He didn't die. So I mean, it is what it is. Unless you want to, that's what I'm saying. If you want to come and challenge, I am just wondering the materials that you will bring, the arsenals that you bring, because the names that he mentioned, their waves and effects were not only felt in Ghana, not only only in Africa, but around the world. These are people that, did exploit. These are people that did great on the continent. In fact, they did not put Ghana on the map. They put the whole of Africa on the globe.
Yeah.
And that is the effect we are talking about. So if you want to come and challenge, unless they bring a certain genre or a certain sound there that will compete with the Highlife genre, then we can have a conversation and say, okay, now let's go and challenge what Peter Edochie is saying. Else, giving credit to who credit is due is no crime.
Well, thank you so much, Roland Amate, for that one. And again, I know some of my Nigerian brothers will not be happy with their own blood. They would call this a betrayal of loyalty. I know that's how they would call it. Well, let me go on to Intimdo de Solomon Chamo as we wrap up today's segment. Yes, Chamo.
Yeah, I remember we published an article from one of our audience, Kayode Fanny.
Oh yeah. One Nigerian, middle-aged man be like that. I remember.
He's our guy. Like he watches us from time to time. If he's watching, big ups to him. I think he said something in that line that Highlife came from Ghana, or Ghanaians at the point where the one promoting Highlife in Africa when it comes to Africa. And some Nigerian audience were not happy with him.
Not at all.
At all. And the same way Pete Edochie also emphasizing it, and you can see the trend, like the old people in Nigeria, or the people who have been in the system for a while and have followed music in general. They know this for a fact. They experienced it. I think at some point, Ghanaian music influence in Nigeria was high, especially at the time that some musicians in Ghana were going there to play shows regularly. And Pete Edochie mentioned some names that you will go like, if you are not a follower of music like that, you will not get this name. If these people are not that influential, you will not hear of them. After mentioning Nana Mpedu, Ike Nyame, and others, like, you can see that no, the man, he knows what he's talking about, and he's been following the music scene for a while for him to get that names, because you hardly get information about these people. Like, if you want to search for information about them and what they have done in music, it's difficult to get. And not that you won't get, but it's difficult. So if you are not doing a project about music or music history in Ghana, you may not hear of them. But Pete Edochie mentioned the name like as if he's either doing a project about it, or he has experienced them.
Like the memory was so fresh.
Yes. So I think I will lean towards the fact that he has experienced them and what they have done in music and the influence that they had at the time. So I'll be surprised that some people argue about this, or some Nigerian our fans or audience watching us from Nigeria will argue about it. I think this one is straightforward. It is coming from somebody who has experienced the music influence coming from Ghana, and he's mentioning the name. And you can also go out in your own way and see whether what he was saying is true or not. So for me, I think we should rather praise him and appreciate the fact that yes, there are certain things that others may be good at, and we just have to appreciate them and wish them all the best. To say that he has been bribed, who will bribe him to go to come out to say some of these things? I don't think it's fair for people to characterize what he has done in that manner, or even comment in that line. I mean, Pete Edochie, he has influence in our entertainment industry in general. I mean, as a top actor, and he has been in the game for a very long time, and we know him like all over Africa, and I can even extend it to the world. I mean, his influence is not a mere thing, so he can't just be seduced or influenced to say certain things. He's saying things that he has experienced and maybe learnt along the line when he was growing up to this time. So big ups to him, and I think yes, as for this one, I think Ghanaians can brief and say that okay, this one dear, we have beaten you to it, or Ghanaians can take this one. This is not Afrobeat conversation or other things, and even business or other stuff. I think there are things that Nigerians will be better than Ghana in, and as for this one dear, Ghanaians should take this one. They shouldn't be worried. This is for Ghana, not Nigeria, for sure.
Wow. Today is a fantastic day. Oh, for so many reasons. My clapping actually is for so many reasons. One is the Edochie factor, and the other is the other factor. Like, yeah, this is it. This is how it should go. So, to our Nigerian brothers, get handkerchiefs and continue crying. In fact, we are not here to pamper you. We are not here to pamper you. We are not here to console you. Those who want to cry, continue crying. Facts are sacred. You can't touch facts. You don't cast. Breakfast. God said. My name is Sammy Flex. Special thanks to Roland Martin, in Team Dodi Solomon, Buju Lions, as well as Theophilus Edochie, and to you for watching. It is all to keep the culture and information we have in the culture active. Until then, we meet again to do some more. Bye-bye.